So many people think they have problems in their business, but what they actually have are problems in their personal life that are showing up in their business. And that's what this video is all about today. It's all about the mindsets, the philosophies, the frameworks, and basically the character component that you need to see success in business. Now, before we get too into this video, I want you guys to know that I am coming to you very humbly. I really haven't been running my business that long. I've been running online businesses for about 5 years now, and all the things I'm going to share with you today are not my original thoughts and ideas. There's not an original thought in my head. Most of this comes from mentors, books, programs, consultants, other things like that. So none of this is my original thoughts, but I still think it's really valuable to share this because I think that when I look back over my journey, this is some of the most important stuff, some of the stuff that's helped me the most to getting to the point where I'm at now. Now, the very first thing I want you guys to know is that you cannot think your way to success. You cannot visualize your way to success. I can't meditate a Ferrari into my garage a year from now. There is an action component, but what most business owners struggle with is some combination of information, execution, and character. So let's talk about the first one, information. This is something that if you're getting started in a business, this actually might be your problem. You may not actually know enough. For most entrepreneurs, this just isn't true because we live in the information era. Information is free. You have access to YouTube, you have access to Google. So if your problem is you don't know enough, frankly, it's a pretty easy problem to solve, right? You have access to tons of information. In fact, most people have too much information. Most people have so much content that they're actually confused. So this can be in two directions. You can take this in two directions. You can think about it as almost a spectrum. You may not have enough information and you may actually have too much information. So this is a question you need to be constantly asking yourself. Do I need more information to get to that next step? Most people, they don't. The second thing that holds most business owners back is the actual execution of things. That being they haven't done enough or they haven't done enough for long enough, right? So there's a huge element of consistency. If I could look at one character trait, one thing that really helped me scale my business to the point where it's at now, it's the fact that I've been doing this very devotedly for 5 years, right? If you read all the business books that I read, if you stayed the course, worked on your business pretty much every day for the last 5 years, I think in most instances, it'd be pretty unreasonable for you to not know things about business or reach some level of success depending on what you set for yourself. So that's the second thing, is that some people just haven't been executing enough as consistently, or they just haven't done enough to get to the point where they need to be. The third one is the one that we're going to be talking a little bit more about today, and it's this idea of your character, your mindset, and all that airy stuff that goes into scaling a business. And when I first heard about the mindset stuff, I honestly rolled my eyes. I remember going through courses and programs and seeing content on mindset and thinking this is the dumbest thing ever. Like, I'm not going to visualize my way to success. Like, I need to know the hard and fast, like the information that's going to help me grow my business, which at that time was true. I did need more information, but the farther I get in business and the more people that I work with, the more people that I talk to that are making good money, pretty much everyone will agree that there is a lot of character development that goes into running and starting a business. That for me was the most important thing, and it continues to be the most important thing. Whenever I'm struggling as a business owner, most of the time it's not because I don't know what to do or that I haven't done enough work quite yet. It's just that there are limitations on myself and my character that are preventing me from getting to the next level. Business is really simple, but it's not easy. You need to have, in some ways, work-life integration rather than work-life balance. If you think that your personal life and your business life are two separate entities, you are going to struggle to see results. You are the steward of your business, right? If you're not seeing results, it probably boils down to you as a leader and you as an individual. Are you working hard enough? Are you executing on this stuff consistently? And if you aren't, you have to take a look in the mirror. And for most people, and 90% of business owners that I've worked with, they don't have business problems, they actually have personal problems. And that goes for myself too. I'll hold my hands up and say, the reason I haven't scaled to the point that I want to scale to is because I have a lot of growing to do as a person and as a leader to get to that point. Now, to expand on this point a little bit more, I want to tell you guys the story of Roger Bannister, who was the first man to run a 4-minute mile. Prior to Roger running a 4-minute mile, scientists thought it was impossible. They thought if you ran a 4-minute mile, you would literally collapse and die. They thought it was completely impossible. And then there was some evolution in sports science, and scientists started saying, well, if the conditions were perfect, if it was like 68 degrees outside, if you had a clay track, if everything is optimized, then maybe you could do it. And then Roger Bannister did it. He ran a 4-minute mile. Just 46 days after Bannister ran that 4-minute mile, There was another runner that hit that exact same milestone. Then over the next year, 3 more runners were able to hit that same milestone. So nothing changed about people. It's not like people got more athletic or better at running over just a couple of years' time. It's the fact that there was a mindset shift, there's a perspective shift. They realized they could do it and they gave themselves permission to succeed. And for me as a business owner, for the longest time, I felt unqualified. I felt like I didn't deserve success. And to be honest with you, that was probably true. When I was getting started and I didn't know anything and I hadn't worked that long, I had not earned success by any means. Pretty much everyone wants to be successful, but if you put in the work and you commit to something and you do that for years and years and years, you are going to see results. So if you're watching this right now, I want you to take total accountability for yourself and your results. You need to hold yourself responsible for where you're at and understand that it's going to take work and consistency to get to the point that you want to get to, right? You guys see all the fun stuff on social media, but you don't see the 5 years that I was sat to my desk learning these things, working on these things. You don't see the late nights. You don't see the really hard things that I've had to confront with my character and realize I'm just not the person who can do this quite yet. That is the part that you need to indulge in if you want to see success as a business owner. So I'm going to challenge you guys today to really take an audit of your life. What habits do you have that serve you? What beliefs do you have about yourself, about money, about business that serve you? And honestly, what do you need to do? Do you need more information? Do you need more execution? Or do you just need to look at the mirror and take a deep look at yourself and figure out what do you need to change about yourself and your character to get to the point that you want to get to? I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. I wish you guys the absolute best. If you guys enjoyed this content, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll be posting more content like this. And if you guys are curious to learn a little bit more about mindset, the personal development side of running a business, comment down below and I'd love to make some videos to help you guys out. And as always, I'll be rooting for you guys from afar. Best of luck, and I will see you guys in the next one.